Welcome back to this channel. If you are new to this channel, please do well to subscribe so that you can know when we post more videos. Alright, today look at the question before us. We are asked to find the remainder when this polynomial is divided by this. Alright, this looks a little bit cumbersome, but to be very honest with you, it's pretty much simple. All we have to do is to divide this by this and see what the remainder would be. Let's dive in and see how that works. Alright. Okay. So since we are dividing, all we have to do is to create something like this. And we write this polynomial which we are dividing inside here. So we have 3x cubed plus 5x squared minus 11x plus 4. Yeah, that's the polynomial we are dividing, and that's what we ought to write here. Then we write this with which we are dividing this larger polynomial. We write it outside here. Alright, so this is how we do it. Whatever we get in the division process, that is the quotient, will be written up here. Okay, so how do we approach this? Is very simple. Like I said earlier, all we have to do is to use this x to divide the largest power of x here. Then we move on to the next step, which is multiplication. You'll see that shortly. So if x divides 3x cubed, we'll be left with 3x squared. Alright, that's the first thing. What next? We multiply. After division, we multiply. So we multiply this with everything here. So by the time we multiply 3x squared with x, we would have 3x cubed. And by the time we multiply 3x squared with 3, we would have 9x squared. Is that clear? Alright, so once we get to this point, all we have to do is to subtract. 3x cubed minus 3x cubed, that's gone. 5x squared minus 9x squared would give us minus 4x squared. The 11x is subtracting nothing, subtracting 0, so it comes down, it becomes 11x. And 4 is also subtracting 0, it comes down, it becomes 4. Alright. Okay, once we get to this point, all we have to do is to repeat the process from the beginning. X divides the largest power of x here. And in this place, the largest power of x is 2. Alright, so x divides minus 4x squared. If x divides that, we would have minus 4x. Alright. Then we go again, multiplication. Remember, after division is multiplication. Minus 4x times x will give us minus 4x squared. Is that the end of the multiplication? No. We have to multiply this by this. Alright. So minus 4x times 3 gives us minus 12x. So we write that minus 12x. Okay. What's next after multiplication? Subtraction. So we subtract. Minus 4x squared minus 4x squared would give us minus 4x squared plus 4x squared. And that's certainly 0. So that cancels out. We move over to this other part. Minus 11x minus 12x would give us minus 11x plus 12x, because negative times negative gives us positive. So what we have there is minus 11x plus 12x, and that would give us just x. Alright, so 4 minus 0 will give us 4. Alright, so once we get to this point again, we begin the process all over again. So we have x here. X divides the largest power of x, which is 1 here, would give us 1, because x divided by x is 1. So we have 1. Alright. After division, multiplication. So we have 1 times x is x, and 1 times 3 is 3. When we get to this point, what do we do again? We subtract. You can see how simple that is. So if we subtract, x minus x is certainly 0. 4 minus 3 is 1. At this point, there's no x here. Remember, x is supposed to divide the largest power of x, but at this point, this is just a constant 1, no x. So that brings us to the end of the division process. And what we have here is the quotient, and what we have here is the remainder. Now, so look at the question. The question says, find the remainder when this polynomial is divided by x plus 3. All right, this is the remainder. So for this question, the answer is equal to 1. All right, so 1 is the remainder when you divide this polynomial here, this polynomial, by x plus 3. What will be left is 1. That brings us to the end of this question. See you on the next video. But please, if you find this video useful, kindly hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you.